Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello to all SBR students. I hope all of you are doing well. Students, as you know that June 24 exam result has already published, and in fact the dust has become settled about the June 24 exam result. Now it's time to discuss about last 6 weeks strategy related to SBR September 24 exam session. A very core and important point is that today is 20th in July and your upcoming exam date of SBR, that's Wednesday, the day will be Wednesday, date will be 4th September. So you have remaining 6 weeks. You have remaining 6 weeks, huh? So important point is that how to move forward. How to move forward. What I personally think, in fact, my advice that success of SBR based on these components. Listen carefully. Based on these components. Number one, make sure that you are pursuing and you are putting your efforts for concept building related to 100% of the syllabus. 100% of syllabus. You know very well, there are 5 components of syllabus. Number 1, accounting standard. Number 2, conceptual framework. Number 3, performance measurement. Number 4, current developments. And number 5, ethics. So make sure that you're pursuing all the aspects of the syllabus. That's very important. Students, major area of syllabus belongs to accounting standard. Everybody knows that. And I have already classified the accounting standards in 4 groups. Number 1, the group accounts. Number 2, the extensive accounting standards that includes IFRS 9, IFRS 15, IFRS 16, IAS 19 and IFRS 2. And in fact, IAS 12 as well. These are extensive accounting standards. Number 3, less extensive accounting standards, the list already available with my orientation session, with respect to the orientation session, like the IFRS for SME and IFRS 8, IAS 24, a very these are very less extensive standard and more on. And the last part is about prior knowledge accounting standard. That's about IAS 37, IAS 38, IAS 16 and so on. So make sure you're covering all the part of the syllabus area. Although right now you people are covering the accounting standard other than group accounts. So make sure you're covering the accounting standard matter. You are also reading the conceptual framework document. At this moment, I do emphasize that you have to cover the conceptual framework topic as well. We will discuss the questions matter later on about the conceptual framework, but at least you need to read the document of the conceptual framework. Number 3, about performance measurement. Number 3, the ethics. The ethics. Although you have already covered the first part of the ethics area with my lectures. And you know very well, question number 2, it's about, question number 2, 20 marks, it's about ethics and other accounting and other issues as well. About performance measurement and current development, we will cover the points after 31st of July. So the point is that here you need to cover the syllabus area of the accounting standard till the 31st July. You need to cover the accounting standard according to the roadmap, according to the portal lectures. Number one, if you registered with me with HusseinGhazi.com, you have to follow the roadmap. If you registered with me with the Tabani's portal or Tabani's Academy, you have to follow the portal lectures. So have to cover the accounting standards other than group accounts till 31st July. Number two, have to cover the ethics with my documents and lectures. And number three, read the document of conceptual framework. I will share the document with you on the WhatsApp group as well. In fact, conceptual framework available on the G on the G drive material. So I strongly suggest you have to read the G drive, but you have to read the conceptual framework document at least once. So this is the first part, that is about the concept building, the success based on the concepts. So till 31st July, you have to cover the concepts. I've already covered. Number two, exam techniques. Exam techniques. Both components are equal important to get the success. If you have a knowledge of the syllabus, but you don't have knowledge how to write answer, how to draft answer, how to manage time, how to manage marks, for example, for how much to write with respect to the relevant marks, what to write according to the examiner requirements. So exam techniques is equal important. All exam techniques are equal important. If you are good with respect to concepts but not able to apply exam techniques, it's not possible to pass exam. And vice versa. Good with exam techniques but not having complete knowledge, not able to pass the exam. So that's a point. Two things. Number these 2 points are very good. This is called the equation now. Students, I will add further points here, 3, 4, 5. But here, you need to focus these points. If I say that concept building, so that means you have to follow the roadmap if that's available through the G Drive. If you are available, so if you have registered with me through HusseinGhazi.com, or if you registered with me through Tabani's E-Academy, you have to follow the portal lectures. Whatever the sequence I am sharing here, all the lectures available with same sequence. Number two, I have already given you the SBR practice course. Question practice course. How to cover the question practice course? After a minute, I will discuss in detail. Number three, make sure you are covering the notes as well. You don't need to read any study text, just focus my notes. Covering the accounting standards matter, covering conceptual framework, covering ethics, performance measurement, and current development. But right now, I'm not talking about anything current development or performance measurement. So make sure whenever you are covering the syllabus area, so you also covering the notes aspect as well, or reading the notes as well. Follow the mock schedule. That's very important for the success. That's important to follow the mock schedule. And assignment, that's assignment system that will start immediately after the mid mock. So I wanted to discuss a very important point about SBR course access. Sorry, SBR question practice course access. Do number one, the first important thing, SBR course access. The first thing is that yes, the first point is that 1 minute. If you people have already got access the SBR QPC course, that's good. But still now you are not. If still now you haven't got the access of QPC, number one, you have to contact my admin team and ask to provide access of SBR question practice course. Number one, my admin team will ask some details from you and then give the credentials to get access of this course. This course will be available to you through a portal that's with Go CBE. Number two, the another important point. Why SBR QPC course important? I've already covered this point before. SBR success is based on two things. Concept building that you people are covering from the G Drive course or through the portal lectures. If portal lectures means e-academy portal lectures. Plus exam techniques, all the exam techniques and the latest exam question practice, that's available with question practice course. That's available with question practice course. That's available with question practice course. So question practice course is about to handle the exam techniques. Sir, how to cover this SBR question practice course? Three important things that need to consider here. SBR question practice course. This is what about the roadmap that you need to follow this. Students, very important point. Very important point need to cover here. The first one is that SBR question practice course is actually a digital revision kit. This is a digital revision kit which includes SBR past exam papers. For example, the question practice course roadmap based on chapters. Chapter number 1, it's about SBR group accounts. These are the group accounts questions and these are the lectures. Group accounts, for example, question number 1, Leuploid. Question number 2, Columbia. For example, this is question number 1, Leuploid. Lecture 3 to lecture 9 of this question practice course is related to Leuploid. This question practice course includes two things. Number 1, the video about the solution of this question, exam question. But the solution is not just like the discussion. The solution is that just like the discussion about the solving of question. It's about the question solving and also provide guidance about related to exam techniques. For example, the first short lecture is about how to read question, how to read and plan question, first one. Lecture 4, it's part A, 1, IFRS 13. It's not about to solve IFRS 13 alternative best use. but also about how much to write for the relevant marks, how to manage the time accordingly. Means planning of your answer includes time management and the marks management, all aspects. This is a digital revision kit, but all the discussion, it's not about the model answer. The discussion is actually about student caliber answer. Do remember, ACCA published answers are model answers, but student wanted to know how much we should write to pass the exam. So this is what about the discussion, that's student standard. Number one. Number two, this SBR question practice course, it's not about the videos. This particular question practice course also includes the documents, suggested answer documents. Whatever I am discussing through the CB format or the Excel format for solving question, or the description I'm discussing during the video lecture, that's available with this course. This is not about only the group accounts, but other one, that's ethics. So actually question practice course completely designed according to the exam format. Question number one, section A, question one, group accounts. Section A, question two, SBR with ethics. Then section B, 25 marks question like this. More questions will be added soon. So this is a digital revision kit. First of all. Number two, sir, how to cover this SBR question practice course? Simultaneous approach. Simultaneous approach. What does that mean, simultaneous approach? Simultaneous approach means you have to cover your syllabus simultaneously covering the question practice course. If someone approaching that, first I have to cover the complete roadmap of regular course, G Drive course or the portal, the complete lectures, then I will start the portal course. Don't do it. I will not recommend. You have to start the question practice course now. So from where we need to start? Don't start from group accounts. You need to start group accounts after 31st July. If you have covered the group accounts, okay, you can work out accordingly. You have to start working with SBR with ethics. The next chapter, SBR with ethics, and section B type questions. That is called simultaneous approach. Simultaneous means at one point you need to learn the coverage of syllabus, other point simultaneously how to attempt the questions. Number three, sir, we are covering our regular course by watching video and reading your notes. But for digital revision kit, that is SBR question practice course, is this something about just watching the video? No. It's not about just to watch the video. The ideal approach is self-evaluation approach. The ideal approach is self-evaluation approach. Sir, what does that mean, self-evaluation approach? Listen carefully. For example, someone here open the question practice course and the question one is STEM company. Sorry. SBR with ethics, the question one, Fiskerton company. December 2018. I strongly suggest, ideally, first, you need to self-attempt this question. Self-attempt means self-attempt with exam condition. That's called exam simulation. Self-attempt with the exam condition. That's called exam simulation. Which means open the CB format, shut down the mobile, means avoid all distraction. Assuming you are sitting in the examination hall and start reading question and attempt this question. Log the timer. For 20 marks question, you have 35 minutes. So plan your question for 20 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Read, understand, and brainstorm. Read, understand the requirement and brainstorm. Read, understand, and brainstorm. And then attempt the question. Without any fear, what will happen after the allocated time? After 35-36 minutes. For example, after 35 or 36, that's allocated time, after the allocated time, you're just able to complete, out of 20 marks, just able to complete 15 marks, 16 marks, 12 marks. No worries. No worries. You just mentioned that at first question, I just complete 15 marks question. Take your more time, 10 to 15 minutes, and complete your question. And then start watching this video. And the purpose for watching this video is to compare your answer with my discussion. And after watching the video, read my solution and compare your answer. This is called the approach, self-evaluation approach. If you don't have enough time, for example, if you are not a full-time student, you are a part-time student, you engage with employment, what you should do? You are not exempt with this self-evaluation approach. Bare minimum, what you should do, if you don't have time to attempt full question, you should do this. Number one, read the question thoroughly. Open the CB format, read the question, understand the question, and brainstorm and highlight the key points. With this question, there are 3 phases, 3 requirements. With first requirement, my understanding is this, and these are the key points for part A, for part B, part C. And after brainstorming, you need to compare by watching video and reading the solution. This should be bare minimum, but not less than this. If someone asking that, just watching the video and I will be able to pass the exam. No. You're just saying that I just watched this video and able to pass exam. No, you have to involve, you have to participate with this practice activity. So that is the point, how to cover SBR question practice course. Furthermore, this is what about the concept building, that's exam techniques, that's about SBR QPC course. My notes, follow the mock schedule. 4th point, mock schedule. I've revised some dates of the mock schedule just for the sake of your benefit. Log this calendar. Mark these dates. You don't even think about that. You will I will avoid any of one mock. Mock 1 is the mid mock that I will conduct next Saturday, 27th of July. What includes, don't worry, I will discuss. Mock 2, copycat mock. I have designated the name, that's copycat mock. That will happen 10th August. Mock 3, that's ACCA published September 24, pre-mock. ACCA will publish mid of August the pre-mock of September 24. We will conduct an activity by 24th of August. Log this calendar. And the final mock will happen at the date of exam. So you have to develop a momentum. Mock 1, 27 July. Mock 2, 10 July. Mock 3, 24 July. Mock 4, exam date. Exam date, 4 September, Wednesday. Are you with me? Can you please reply me? Are you getting the point? What should be the direction for this next 6 weeks? Now, the very important point, sir, give us some targeted agendas about all of the course. Yes, it's available. Targeted agendas. What's mentioned in front of a screen? What's mentioned in front of a screen? What's mentioned? Quickly reply. What's mentioned in front of the screen? Let's do it. Mock 1, 27th of July. These 9 topics, make sure that you have to complete by 27th of July. IS 37, IS 19, IS 16, 36, 38, IFRS 5, practice questions, assignment, self-evaluation, IFRS 13, IFRS 16, IFRS 8, IS 24, ethics with the first phase, IFRS 15 and IFRS 9. By 27th of July, you have to complete these topics. You have to complete. With concept building and as max as possible, the question practice course. The question practice course, as much as possible. Number 2, you will get the feedback of mock 1 by 31st of July. Then mock 2, that will happen 10 July. So with mock 2, the activities I will add with the point number 10, IS 12, group accounts, IS 12 part 2, group accounts, IFRS 1, ethics part 2, IFRS 2, share-based payments, accounting, some readings of the performance measurement and some document reading about the concept building. I'm expecting that with mock 1, you people have already read the conceptual framework readings. Huh? So I will add these points with mock 2. And by mock 3, the further point number 20 and 21, that will add with the other accounting standard and the current development, and you will be able to develop more practice questions accordingly. And then I will conduct the mock 3 by 24th of August. So this is what a complete agenda points according to the mock structure. So you can use these targets for your exam preparations. Student, can you please reply me? Are you with me? If someone says that, sir, are these targets doable? I must say, make a strong commitment. It's doable. It's doable. A very important point I wanted to discuss here. Now the time it's now this time you need to cover the syllabus content as soon as possible, and more emphasis for practice the question. Once Once you start practicing the question, two things will give you the benefit. You will get benefit for two things. Number one, your concept become more stronger to handle once you handle the questions. Plus, the second benefit, you will be able to learn the exam techniques as well. So don't invest too much time for concept building. You have to practice the questions accordingly. So quickly coverage the syllabus and do practice. And mark my words, don't do practice manually. Zero tolerance, 0% tolerance about practicing manual. Ideally, you have to practice with the CV format. You have to practice with CV format. Bare minimum with Microsoft Word and Excel. I also discourage this. If the question available with the CV format, attempt with the CV format. If the question it's not available CV format, do attempt with Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word. That's the point. That is the point. All of you must have to save this number. Academic leader of HusseinKazi.com. Any of the students who have registered with my course have to save this number. If you receive any of the message from my number or from this number, the importance of the message is equal. You will assume that the message we have received that message from Hussain Kazi. I hope that you have already received one message just before the session about the reminder of the session. Am I right? Before starting the session, my academic team leader sent you the reminder message. So whatever the advice, and do remember, you have to strictly committed and you must be very much disciplined to cover the target dates mentioned according to the mock schedules. Number two, the mock exams. That's important. This Excel sheet I will share on the WhatsApp group. You will be able to get it. Don't worry about it. Number two, you have to lock the dates of the mock. The timings of the mock will announce one day before the mock, because I publish the mock exam and I give the students with the flexibility. You have, for example, for mid mock timings, it's about 2 hours. So you have total 10 hours with the flexibility to attempt this mock with exam condition and submit to me through email address. So I will mention the email address, I will mention the time duration of the flexibility. So don't worry about that. So that's the point. So students, that is all about the today's session, and this is what's the name of this session? That's called SBR September 24 wake up call. And it's a really wake up call to all of you. Now it's time to start the things accordingly. Thank you very much from my side. Now you need to execute the things accordingly. I will share some more messages on the WhatsApp group. You have to follow the things accordingly. If you have any more questions, you can ask me through the WhatsApp, or you can drop a message on the chat. Thank you very much. Take care a lot. Assalamu